Sports listeners, I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We welcome you all to join us
every single Tuesday
at 9 a.m. right after the news. This is a whole hour of Santa Barbara teen athletes and all those people and all those, put your hands together right now, woo! All those wonderful businesses that support those teen athletes. That said, we've got a She-Shack less Dr. D today because we all got skirts on today. All right. What are you going to say? There's no male...
You're making an assumption.
There's no male energy, and had 2 male no-shows today. Sal couldn't come today, and the newbie, Ronnie Sabajian, couldn't come today. So I'm like, all right, the ladies are going to have to, march forward, as they say.
We have a surprise visitor.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yes, we do.
Yeah?
Yes, we do. I'm doing well.
Yeah, always good.
Doing well. Angus is doing well. I showed you the pictures of the horse.
It is a horse.
Okay, I don't want a soccer ball. I really would need a saddle.
I'm serious, you do. You need something coated. That's really. Definitely anything kind of ball you use. You have to have it coated.
Oh no,
we got a great show today. But before we get there, let's talk who is in the house today. First up, we've got Joan Calder. Woo! Put your hands together. Hey.
Oh, hello.
Published Joan Calder announced last week where you're published in what magazine now, Joan?
Wild Ones. It's nature plants and in Wild Ones. So yeah, nice. That was really exciting. I wrote about pollinators, of course, and you be a hero to the pollinators. So I was real happy.
I love the bees.
I know you do.
I do.
Say good morning to them every morning, don't you?
Yes, I do, because of you.
Thank you.
I know. And you're working on another book?
I am, and it's a secret.
Have you titled it?
No, that comes at the end.
Erica's with a C, not a K.
Oh, I'll call the predator
Erica. For a bug. That would be me.
Yeah.
Erica's a good bug
Erica
name.
the good babe. Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
Everything else okay? Good?
Yeah.
All right. To your right, Dominique Hackett. Put your hands together.
Hello, Erica.
Yeah. I've forgiven you for locking me in the chicken coop.
Nice.
20 minutes, Dominique. 20 minutes.
I was hoping that sponsor show up.
Thank you. Yeah, that was. No, I was got attacked by my new chicken with the chicks.
Yes.
Dominique.
Oh, she really loves the chicken coop you made her.
What's going on?
Well, I got another herb for you this morning.
What might it be?
Basil.
Okay.
Yeah, people don't realize it, but basil is so good, especially for athletes. Basil is good for your bones and your blood vessels.
Nice.
It has vitamin K in it.
Okay.
So if you can grab some basil, like at Trader Joe's, they have little pots of basil, and then you just grab a few leaves and you put it on your salad or throw it in your sandwich. You're giving your body what it needs in order to increase your athletic skill.
Nice. Dominique Hackett, what we doing without you? Woo! Good work. Nice. And then, of course, and she's back, Our Lady of Swag, Laurie Cortez.
Hi, Erica. Hi, everybody. It's nice to see everybody.
Yeah? We're going to do a little college coaching, okay? But we're going to get that after break. Sounds good?
Sounds good to me.
All right. Yeah. All right. Now, last but not never least, okay, because we're on the same side of the Mississippi, we got Terri Cooper. How you doing, Terri?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Now listen, you're up now because we were talking. Yeah, we were talking about a couple of things over this last week, and I thought it was brilliant. And I want you to share. I think it's something that everybody needs to know about because, of course, I have never heard of it. So when it resonates with me, all right, we got to talk about it. How? Tell me the name of what mental.
My interest, of course, as a licensed marriage and family therapist is in psychology. And so I'm always looking for ways to apply techniques that you can learn through that discipline for helping people to get better at what they do in life, and particularly, of course, in sports. So what the new thing on the block is these days is called Heart Math. And I want to share with you some information about Heart Math, the Heart Math Institute. It's located in San Jose, California. And it really is revolutionizing the way that we view emotions and their effect on our health and our well-being. What's so interesting is that their studies have positively proven what the ancients of all the great world religions have always understood and taught. That if we focus on our breathing while holding feelings of love and of care and appreciation, we can actually reduce stress, strengthen our immune system, enhance our physical and mental health. And of particular interest to athletes, which is why I brought it up here, they've actually proven that this kind of exercise can improve our coordination, our speed, and our fluidity in our movements. Okay, so the practices are taught at Heart Math, and they all begin with an exercise called breathing through the heart, which is perceived as both the physical heart. You interested still, Erica?
Yeah.
Yeah? You're looking fascinated at the moment.
Oh, I want to get to the heart part.
I'm getting to it. We're getting to the heart of it any second now.
Good.
We needed the history first,
I know.
Put it in
We
context.
need to put it in perspective. Otherwise, it's just blah, 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 blah. Do this, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So the heart is perceived as both rhythms of the heart and the experiential heart of emotions and thoughts. So there are 3 techniques that are taught in Heart Math. I won't go into them now because we have lots of wonderful guests, but I do want to go over the third one, which is the one I'd like to go into detail about today, and not too much detail, so don't look so nervous, Dr. D. It won't take that long. So I'm going to describe it to you, and for those of you who are in the studio, if you'd like to try it right now, you'll see how good it feels. For those of you driving, please don't do it. I want you to concentrate on your driving. But here's basically what you do. It has 3 steps. The first one is called heart focus. So you focus your attention on the area around your heart, in the center of your chest. And if you want to focus there, you can place your hand over your heart and the center of your chest and hold your attention in that heart area, and then begin to slowly and comfortably breathe until you feel yourself achieve a nice natural rhythm of breathing, and you feel comfortable and you're focused on your heart. Not the physical heart, but just the idea of heart connected with love, connected with good feelings. So as you maintain this focus and this breath, recall a positive feeling, a time when you felt good inside, and try to re-experience the feeling. One of the easiest way to generate a positive heart-based feeling is to remember a special place you've been to, or someone you love very much, or a family member, or my personal favorite, a pet. And then hold that loving, happy memory for a little while. And what you'll discover is that it feels really good. This exercise is very useful, and when you first get up in the morning, or when you're feeling overloaded, or when you just need a good break. So I encourage you to practice this, and if it interests you, go online to Heart Math Institute, and you can find out lots more about this innovative, revolutionary new science and how it is changing our views of health and healing.
Nice job, Terri Cooper.
That's beautiful. I got my special moment. I have 2 swishes in a row. Basketball, baby.
What did you say?
God.
Swishes?
2 swishes.
Whatever.
2 swishes in a row.
Even a blind squirrel can find a nut. Hey, you know what we're going to do? We're going to leave it out on that. We've got a lot of show. We've got a great big day going on today. All right? We've got some imaginations running off wild, okay? But it's go time. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
Every single Tuesday.
9 a.m. right after the news. Well, she's back, our lady of swag. Put your hands together, Laurie Cortez, owner of College Coaching Services, and also another wonderful donation to St. Raphael's. Thank you, Laurie Cortez, again. We love donating money on this show. It's awesome. So, College Coaching Services, what do we got going, Laurie?
Yeah. It's great to see everybody and to be back. And I have rising seniors and rising juniors that I'm going to address this hour. So first of all, let's start with the rising seniors. You have current juniors. You have about 5 days left of being a junior, and then you're officially a senior. So over the summer, most of you should be focusing on writing your college application essays. And you want to make sure that you put a lot of detail and a lot of time into these essays because they are an important piece of the application puzzle. You want to, you don't just write one draft and it's done. You write several drafts, have other people look at it, provide feedback, revise it, and then when you feel good with one essay, you move on to the next. Most of the students I work with get the majority of their essays written over the summer, which alleviates much of the stress during senior year. Those of you that are still testing into your senior year, use summertime to prepare to do your best, achieve your best score on the SAT and or ACT. Now I will address the rising juniors, so that's current sophomores. You guys have a great opportunity this summer to prepare for, I would suggest preparing for the ACT over the summer, as this test will be offered anywhere from September through June. The SAT, as you know, it is changing. And the first time the new test version is offered is March. Juniors, you do not want to wait until March to take a test for the first time. So I advise trying the ACT in the fall, and then see how you like that test. If you want to switch over to the SAT, prepare for the new SAT, and you can take that in the spring, in March, the first time that it's offered. That being said, both of you, and actually freshmen and sophomores as well, it's a great idea to be building your resume over the summer. There are many different types of activities that you can do, from volunteer work to interning to employment. Many of you are taking city college courses, which also looks great to the college admissions professionals. So you want to be productive over the summer. Want to save a little bit of time for fun, because you want to hit the beach and do some fun things too. But you definitely want to be academically productive over the summer. So any of those choices are good.
Quick question. What's your favorite essay topic that you've seen the kids be really successful with?
Well, the thing with the essays is the students have to answer specific prompts. So each application gives students specific prompts to answer. And basically, I'm glad you asked that question, because basically what it comes down to is students should treat these prompts like interviews. By the time they're done writing these essays and answering these prompts, the admissions officers should know much more about the students than they did just by reading over the application. So that's a good question. Detail, detail, detail. You can't have too much detail with your essays.
Hey, Laurie. As you know, you've had both of my sons, and I was so impressed with, the relationship that you built with my oldest, JoJo, that when John graduated from 8th grade, I contracted you, okay? Because we want to do the freshman all the way to the senior, not to have any of those gaps.
That's right.
Okay?
Yes.
Two things. One, let's talk about not dropping any classes. And two, let's talk about the amount of community service, because is 500 hours looking much better than 200 hours, or like how much community service should kids be looking at?
Okay, those are both great questions. I'm going to address the dropping of the classes first. And this specifically is geared toward seniors. Many times, second semester of senior year, I get phone calls from seniors saying, can I drop math? Can I drop science? Whatever it is. And my answer is no. When you fill out your applications, you put down what courses you're going to be taking senior year. If you drop a class, if you drop an activity, you have to let each college know what you're dropping and why you're dropping it. So it sends up a red flag to the admissions office. The only time I advise dropping, obviously, is if you're failing the course. And even that requires an explanation. So, study hard, get good grades, and do not drop courses. The second question about the community service is a good one too, Erica. What colleges really look for is they look for depth of activity. So for students to, do community service like a beach cleanup for 5 hours and, maybe a park cleanup for another 5 doesn't really look that impressive. What admissions officers would like to see is somebody who has vested 2 or 3 years, for instance, in Direct Relief International, or an organization like that, where they're vested and they're interested and they're not just trying to bide their time. Community service is important. It's important to balance that with all of the other activities that students have going on, whether it's sports or student government at school, whatever it is. It's important for students to focus their time on areas of their passion and their interest. So 200 hours versus 500 hours, that's unique to each student, but 200 hours is a good goal to shoot for community service.
Yeah, for anybody out there that is looking to get some assistance, I highly, highly recommend Laurie Cortez. I have found in both of my sons' situations that the amount of time that she put in, which was the time that I didn't have to put in the relationship that she built, I mean, they just had the accountability that you instilled in both of them, and the homework and all the things. You gave them the tools, and I honestly thank you so much, because it's paid off huge dividends. So thank you very much, Laurie.
Well, thank you, Erica. Both Joe and John were a pleasure to work with. You know how much I enjoyed working with them. That's one of the greatest gifts I have in this job is I get to see students mature and develop into adults. And so it's a fun job and a rewarding one as well.
Thank you. All right, put your hands together. Laurie Cortez. Hey, I'd rather have a longer section, this next section, Dr. D, so let's go to break. All right, this is Erica Salda. It's go time. We're going to be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
Every single Tuesday
at 9 a.m. right after the news. And Terri Cooper, where else can you find us?
You can also find us where or what other times?
Both.
I'm going to give you both of them.
Okay.
Yes. Aside from being on the air at 9 a.m. on Tuesdays, we're also on Tuesdays at 11 p.m. We're on Sundays at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, and on Mondays at 3 a.m. we'll meet you in the kitchen and listen and have a piece of pie.
Okay.
You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, online at teensportsradio.com, and on the radio, of course, at KZSB-AM 1290 on your radio dial.
Wow, good job, Terri Cooper. Joan Calder, you brought 2 cuties. Who'd you bring today?
I brought Chris Keet he's the owner of Surf Happens Surf School and surfhappensfoundation.com, and he brought along Matty and Cayden.
Nice. Put your hands together. Woo! How you doing,
Thanks.
Chris?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having us.
Oh, thank you for being here. No waves? So what? Is it flat? What's the deal?
Exactly.
Exactly.
And I'm so glad it was flat today because
I know they've canceled 3 times. Surf's up. Okay, I guess there's no show for us today. No, seriously. How you doing?
Unbelievable. It's almost summertime, sun's shining, and the natives are getting restless because the summer don't have waves, but doesn't have waves.
It's flat.
It's flat.
Fantastic. So talk about the program, how you got into surfing, and when did this all get started in Santa Barbara?
I was raised on a boat in the Santa Barbara Harbor and pretty much couldn't avoid it because every morning I was rocked awake. So I was pretty much moving to the heartbeat of the ocean, and I got involved in it pretty young and wanted to be a professional surfer. And then in college I pursued it and wanted to give back. So I started my business while in college at UCSB. Started running surfing contests for the community, and then kids wanted coaching. It just kind of evolved from there, and now we're in our 16th year as Surf Happens. We have an amazing foundation. We've been running the Rincon Classic for 16 years, and just watching generations of local kids grow up is a serious joy.
I know with the foundation you've been doing some phenomenal things with people who are sick or having major problems. Can you tell us about that? Well,
the ocean's one of the greatest tools to empower people of all ages, and our focus is on the youth, and we work with underprivileged kids surviving cancer, at-risk kids, and have a program for Girls Inc. We run camps for kids surviving cancer, and also we have an environmental stewardship program that we administer through local surfing contests that are free for all the kids. So it's a great way to have community as well, build self-esteem, and live the dream.
I love the name, Surf Happens. That gives me confidence that I could actually do this. Can you tell me who's your oldest student?
The oldest student is 88-year-old Bert. Bert was amazing. He came and he was on a pilgrimage with his family, with his son, his daughter-in-law, with his grandkids, and he's just like, you know what? I want to get out there. I want to learn how to do it. And I was like, you can do it. And we got him out there. A couple waves later, he was standing on his own, and
wow,
he's a legend.
He's still out there.
I haven't talked to Bert in a couple of years, but he probably is. He was pretty fired up.
You'll have to put us off from teen sports to maybe get us on the surfboard. That would be really great.
We can get you on the big green goblin and have everyone riding on their butt doing a toboggan all at the same time. You guys will have to have a separate show to talk about that experience.
Yeah. That's great.
I see you have 2 surfers here.
Yeah, we got Matty Pierce, a.k.a. Mr. Smiles. I've known that Grom since he was 4 years old. He's like one of those Russian dolls. He just keeps getting bigger, but looks exactly the same. And then there's Cayden Colasse, the boss. He's about the same size as when I met him a couple of years ago. He hasn't grown. Hopefully the testosterone will kick in soon. But yeah, these guys are awesome.
So boys, when did you start surfing? Say your name before you hop on the mic.
My name's Cayden, and I started surfing when I was 10. Or I was 6, but then I stopped surfing and then started when I was 10.
I'm Matty Pierce, and I first came to surf camp with Chris when I was 4 years old, and haven't really stopped since.
What's some funnest thing you do when you're in a class?
Well, definitely hanging with friends. You would never really go to the beach by yourself, so you just have all your friends there, and you're all learning and pushing each other to surf better, and I think that's just so much fun.
When I surf, I like kind of telling my friends about a wave that I got just now, or just talking to them about surfing.
What's the tallest wave you've ever surfed in?
I don't know, like 8 feet maybe?
Whoa, that's like, what, double your height? No.
Probably.
No, what are you picking on the kid? He's adorable. He's going to be a lady killer. You'll all be sorry you teased him.
So do you go surfing early in the morning, before school? What's your best time?
On Thursdays, I go before school because I start late, and then I go after school on Mondays with Chris.
So I want to ask both of you guys, what is your favorite part of the sport? What do you like the best?
Well, in surfing, a lot of the pro surfers describe it as that feeling that no one can explain, and I think that kind of sums it up perfectly. Just the feeling of riding a wave is like nothing other, and it's just so relaxing. And when I surf, I just empty my mind, and I'm just so relaxed, and that's what I love about it.
Oh, my God, I'm ready to go. That sounds wonderful. And you,
And
Cayden?
for when I surf, kind of like how Matty said, the feeling that nobody can explain, everything kind of leaves your mind when you're surfing, and especially when you're in the barrel, it feels like you're in there forever, even though it's like only a second most of the time.
Does it ever get scary? I mean, sometimes when I see that huge wave coming and I'm watching it on TV and I'm ducking, I mean, what do you do to your head so that it's coming at you and you're going, yeah, this is for me, rather than, oh my God, it's a washing machine going to swallow me?
Yeah, well, there's definitely lots of scary moments. I mean, it's the ocean, right? It's nature. Nature can do anything, but I think after surfing a while and as you push yourself to surf bigger waves, it becomes natural, and it depends how hard you push yourself and where and when you paddle out, and different swells and different kinds of waves.
And, it's like scary, but you kind of get used to it after you go on a bigger wave. You know?
Did your mother get used to it?
I don't know. She doesn't really watch.
She doesn't watch. Maybe she's
She
smart.
doesn't want to.
She's a little baby out there.
Yeah. Chris, can you tell us where can we find you on the web?
You can find us at surfhappens.com and surfhappensfoundation.org if you want to learn more about our surf school, 16 years, summer camps down at Santa Claus Lane. And the foundation has been up and running now for 5 years, so you can find more information online and or call our hotline.
When's the first day of classes? If somebody wanted to join, is there a start?
Summer camps start on June 8th and run through the last Friday in August. And, we have after-school programs and different programs that run year-round.
And people maybe for my age, a little older than 15, right?
16-year-olds?
16 to 18.
16 to 18-year-olds. Barely legal. You can find out more information on the website as well. We have all women-specific programs, which are pretty amazing. I got my mom out surfing at 70, and you can see on our website.
Did you really?
Yeah, she's smiling like she just won the lottery, or, I graduated from college. Pretty amazing. I did graduate from college, so that's how I know that smile. And so it's pretty much age is something in your mind, and there's no boundaries in the ocean, and the ocean treats you the same no matter what. You just have to have the enthusiasm and the stoke, and just go out and try. And the secret is really you can't be taught how to be a surfer, but you can be taught how to catch waves and stand up.
Wow.
Ooh, that's
very
nice.
inspiring. Thank you, Chris.
Of course.
So as far as competing, so where do these kids go? They go up and down the coast? How's that work?
Well, there's so many different amazing organizations out there right now. I've actually been running events in the local community, including the Rincon Classic, for 16 years. And through our foundation, we run free local events for the Groms that are actually just helping them to learn the basics. And then there's organizations that have regional, local, statewide, and national championships. So last weekend, Matty and Cayden were competing in the National Scholastic Surfing Association West Coast Championships. And so, there's a lot of different organizations. There's Surfing America, and that's what seeds also how to get on the U.S. surf team and compete in the world amateur competition.
So do we have kids from your program that have, been involved in that?
Yeah, we have everything from kids that they're always going to pursue surfing and passion in some form or another. Some of them have gone on to professional careers within the sport. Demi Bolsterly's an 11-time Rincon Classic champion, professional surfer. She's one of our coaches too.
Nice.
And then Lakey Peterson, Surf Happens alumni. She's currently 5th in the world. And then this summer we're doing an event with Parker and Connor Coffin up at Halama Beach, and they're two of the hottest stars coming out of Santa Barbara right now.
Nice.
I wanted to ask the boys, do you want to give a shout out to some of your friends?
I guess,
I love you, Mom.
yeah, of course my parents, but my friend Seamus kind of helps me through a lot of things in surfing, and Merrick's always funny.
Nice.
Yeah, Merrick's another one of the local Groms who surfs around here in Santa Barbara, and he's really funny. He's a little younger, but I love him. And then every Tuesday I surf with Jace Kennedy and Adam Hogue, and they couldn't be here today, but they're just two amazing surfers, and they always push me. And they're super nice and good friends.
Great.
What's a Grom?
A Grom's like a young surfer, somebody that's like super psyched all the time.
Anyone younger than you is a classified Grom.
Whoa. All right.
Then I got no Groms in this room.
Hey, Cayden and Matty, you guys are welcome back any single time. Any time. When those waves are flat, just give us a call and you're back. All right.
We'll be back.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate that. Chris, thank you very much for everything that you do in the community. Check out our wall, and if we could help you out, raise some money for your kids, we'd love to do it. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We've got a lot more. Stay tuned for more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
Every single Tuesday.
9 a.m. right after the news. Bang! So far, so good, right, Terry?
Wow.
Yeah, I'm doing that heart math.
Wow.
Are
you? How's it working for you?
Yeah, it's doing really good.
That's called palpitations. That's not heart
really?
math.
No, I had this big old cup of coffee. That's what it was. That's it. I had a flashback. You know those happy moments you were talking about?
Yes.
I had like a frightful moment. Then my heart went boom, boom, boom. 20 minutes, Dominique! Okay? In the chipping coop. Chipping. I can't even speak right now. I was so angry with you. When you have monitors, you know the story, right?
No.
You didn't hear? Oh, I got locked in my own chicken coop. Okay, so anyway.
Seriously?
Yes,
I wish you did. Did you take a picture of that, Dominique?
No, because she was
No, I just laughed.
No, she had earbuds in. And what were you listening to?
Shamanic Munakir. It was a lecture on shamanic Munakir rights.
Yeah, thank you. She's not kidding.
Muna who?
Okay. I'm not
Shamanic
So
Muna who?
how could you pay attention to me like screaming? And the funny thing is, like, I have cameras around my house.
Don't sound like a chicken, and
I
she'll
know.
listen to you.
I'm serious. I have cameras around my house, and
Right.
when she went in the office, to continue her lecture series, camera 5 is clearly on me. Okay, doing jumping jacks. Okay, inside the chicken coop. Okay, she couldn't get. I'm not talking
The
to
Queen of Teen is never in trouble.
yeah.
Maybe
no.
she just thought you were doing your happy dance.
Yeah, yeah, I was happy dance. I wasn't too happy.
You
Unbelievable.
didn't stomp on any chickens.
Yeah, no. All right, now listen, we've got a Cardinal Fair going on right now. We've got 3 athletes in their respective sports. They were Athlete of the Year in their sport. Put your hands together. Abel Gonzales, Jordyn Lilly, and R.J. Cordero. Woo! Yeah. All right, so we're going to, ladies first. Ladies first, even though Jordan's already been on the show. Jordyn, how you doing today?
Hi, I'm good. How are you doing, Erica?
You're back. So listen, from last time we spoke to you, we know you wanted to play ball in college, but are we closer to any, where you think you want to go, or you haven't made any decisions, or what do you want to do?
Well, I've committed to Chico State up north.
Okay, good.
So I'll be going over there. I'm going to try to...
Walk on, baby!
Walk on.
Walk on MVP! That's it!
Oh, and guess what?
What?
The banner came. It's up in our gym right now.
Oh!
Yeah, I got to see it today.
That is awesome. Thank you so much. That's fantastic. I'm loving that. All right, so you've got two of your seniors, okay? It's two of your, well, how do you want to say? Pretty much in your respective sports, you are Athlete of the Year, correct?
For girls basketball.
For you, okay. So then in the house, we also have Abel Gonzales. Put your hands together.
All right, Abel.
Player of the Year, Bishop Diego High School for football. How you doing, Abel?
I'm good.
Yeah?
How are you?
I'm doing good. I mean, you've thickened since last I've seen you.
Thank you.
You know, for as far as you've gotten a little bigger, don't you think?
Yeah.
Quicker.
Yes. I don't know if it's a compliment or not.
No, it's okay. Of course. I only compliment. You got to be kidding me. So how fast did this senior year go for you? It flew, huh?
Yeah, it flew. I mean, it feels like yesterday we just started senior year, but yeah, it just flew by. It's crazy.
So as far as memories of the, looking back on the last 4 years, so we have somebody coming in who's got, gung-ho fire like you did as a freshman. What would you tell somebody that's going to be walking on, wanting to be a Cardinal, starting off as freshman football right now? What do you tell them?
Just enjoy the little things. I mean, like football is hard. Like just going out there every summer for the last 3 summers, it was just crazy. Like I've had so many experiences with my friends, and it's just amazing to just spend time with them. So I would just say to enjoy the little things because they only come around once. Nice.
Yeah. And you're very blessed because we've got, quite a storehouse of talent coming up. I mean, I see Bishop football, it's up and coming.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I mean, over the years, Bishop has produced so much talent, and the coaches have worked well with that talent. And even when we don't have that talent, the coaches have to find a way to just become talent,
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, fine. And where do you want to go to school?
I don't know yet, actually. I have a few options up for grabs still, just thinking about it, talking over with my family, see what's the best option for me.
And football is in your future?
Football is in my future.
Fantastic. Look at that.
It's in our future then, too.
Nice.
So I have a question. Well, let's introduce you.
Well,
RJ.
I was going to say, hey, RJ.
Hey, Erica.
I thought you were going to ask Abel a question.
Oh, I will ask Abel, but I felt RJ needing to be acknowledged here. So I just...
I saved him like I do know him since he's a little boy.
You do?
Yes.
Oh, now I know him, too.
Nice. All right, now we got to just break stride, RJ. So, all right, we're not going to ask Abel any questions right now. We're going to go to you, all right? Because Terry said because she's doing the heart math right now and she's not counting correctly. Okay, Player of the Year, RJ Cordero, committed to Fresno State. Janska. All right, so the season that you had this year, Bishop Cardinals, as a senior, not getting to where you wanted to get, or
we came in second to last place in our league. It was tough, me being the only senior.
Right.
There's a lot of young guys on the team, no JV, so it was a lot of freshmen having to step up and take big roles for the team.
Right.
So it's definitely a learning experience for all of us. Me having to learn a lot about leadership, and the young guys having to grow up pretty quickly.
Right. Okay, but you individually killed it.
Yeah, I had a really good season. Batted over 400 and hit 9 home runs in, I think, 21 games.
Wow. Nice.
So it's definitely a fun season, though.
Yeah. So of all the choices that you had, Fresno State, I know I was talking to your dad earlier, and I understand. I mean, he told me why you picked it, but you had a nice list to choose from. Why Fresno State?
When I went up there, it just felt like home. The coaches are, super cool. All the players were really nice. You could tell everyone got along well, and everyone was kind of, rooting for each other. And, it just seemed like the best place that not only I could go to, but could make me a better player, in the long haul.
Nice. Very nice. And academically, your grades are good. So, like I said, what were the schools that didn't get you? What was that list?
That did or didn't?
Yeah, did not. Out of all you had a lot of opportunities.
Yeah. Arizona State was my second option.
Right.
It kind of came down to Fresno and Arizona, but Fresno ended up, pulling through. UCSB for a short bit. Kind of wanted to get out of town.
Right.
Then it came over to UC Davis, and Hawaii was another one. So my mom really liked Hawaii because
there you go.
She kind of wanted to go out there now and then.
Yeah, HPU or university?
University of Hawaii.
Nice. Yeah, my oldest went to HPU. So I mean,
what's
that
the
was
message
nice.
that you passed on to your teammates for next year?
I mean, I'd say a leadership one was a big one. It doesn't just take one leader; it could take a whole team of leaders that could carry the team. So I think a lot of the younger guys also learned that, and I tried to lead by example as best as I could.
Nice.
And Erica's got a fun thing she always asks the kids for your coach. Tell what you like about your coach and maybe one word that describes him.
I'd say fun. Practices were always fun. Whether we're playing screen ball or, just the guys kind of, having fun with each other. It was always kind of going on, and, it made the season a lot more fun.
Nice.
I'm so impressed with the comments I'm hearing, why you're choosing where you're going. There's such mature, honest comments. I am just really impressed with all three of you.
Thank you.
Well, that's why they're going to college.
As are we all.
Yes.
It's wonderful to have 3 MVPs here. So I do have a question, and actually I leave it open to all 3 of you, whichever one of you or all of you would like to answer this. Aristotle, I found this quote, and he said, "We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit." So what advice do you have for someone just starting out in your sport to create the habit of excellence? Isn't that a good question?
That's an awesome question.
Thank you so much.
Did you watch Sports Center yesterday?
Did what?
No, I'm just saying. No, go ahead.
I mean, where did I lift that from?
Exactly.
No. Wikipedia is my friend.
Jordyn, start with you.
All right. Well, I would say that to never give up, even though it does kind of sound a little bit cliche. I know
they become cliches because they're so true.
That is true. I never thought of it that way. But no, I would say don't give up. Especially, I know from playing basketball, I learned at a camp that you should go 2 claps when you make a mistake, because 1 clap means frustration, but 2 claps means what's next. So keep moving forward and think of the next play, and you're going to get there. You just have to keep going forward.
That's great advice.
Nice.
Thank you.
I would say, kind of simple, just hard work. Working day in and day out. Baseball especially is not a sport that you can just pick up and go, which I think a lot of guys learn when they try to play in high school. I notice sometimes when I maybe took a day off or 2 coming back, I'd even feel rusty. But staying with it and working hard every day, that's when you kind of get in your groove and start feeling comfortable.
Nice. Yep.
I'd say have fun, because when you play sports, sometimes it can feel like it's your job, and sometimes you just gotta take a deep breath and just enjoy just being out there with your friends. So put in hard work and just never give up and stuff, but you gotta remember to have fun with it, because at the end of the day it is a sport. So
nice. Hey, we'll just close on that, and everybody could just think about what they just said, because that was pretty. I'm amazed. I'm in shock. I want to take a short little break. We're gonna come right back with more. All right, it's go time. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday
at 9 a.m. right after the news. And Dominique, where else are we?
Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, the internet at SBTSR.com.
Takes a lot of nerve. Honestly, it really does. All right, Terri, you just knocked it out of the park. Okay, so I'll let you lead with our RJ. Okay, keeping in the theme of the
and you
sport.
thought I wasn't sports oriented, and I knocked it right
that was
out
the
of
best
park.
question of the year, right there.
And that's because I couldn't catch it.
with Aristotle, no less.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I've got another one. I've got Henry David Thoreau. If you really want to go for it,
go for it.
Okay.
Okay. What's your next question?
So I was curious. Some people coming up in your professions or in your sports may look at you as their heroes because you've become MVPs. So I'm wondering who your personal heroes are. Something or someone who's inspired you.
I'd say my dad. My dad's been a huge help. He's inspired me and helped me throughout the whole process. Starting at a young age of t-ball and coaching me up through it all. He's definitely, got me to where I'm at and helped me with all my success.
Go ahead, Abel. I definitely say my parents. My mom's really been there for me. Like when she's like, even if she can't make it to the game, she like finds ways to like support me in other ways, or just always being there for me.
I would have to say my mom. And I'm not just saying that because she's in the room right now, but she was the one that kind of got me interested in the sport of basketball, and I've always looked up to her. So
we've got to tell just real quick, because your mom is in the room, and a lot of people hearing this for the first time. You guys got a little bit of a history, so why don't you share the history that you and your mom have?
Well, my mom had the scoring record for Bishop for girls basketball, and I ended up beating her record this year.
Wow.
But it's just something pretty awesome to be able to share with her.
And the title.
Yes, and the title. We got a CIF title for Bishop girls basketball this year, and there wasn't a title since she went there in 78, so yeah.
That must feel fabulous.
It's funny because when the first time Paula was out here, they said, okay, after you birthed a baby, did you like not cut the cord and drag it out, like, and just raise Jordyn, up to the sky and just say,
and dribble her?
Yeah, exactly. And just say, follow in the footsteps. I didn't know, because that just does not happen. I've never heard of that in high school. Because it's been nothing. I mean, I know that's been in the semifinals and in the finals and everything, but bottom line, let's be honest, a win's a win. And, the last time they won the championship was your mother's team, correct? Okay.
Yes.
And then now your team. Mm-hmm. Okay. Which is, you're one of the team. I'm not saying your team, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's just amazing. I don't know. That's a lottery ticket. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty surreal walking into the gym today and seeing both her banner and now our banner up there.
Nice.
It's a really cool feeling.
That's a Facebook feeling. All right, Terri, you got another one. Come on. It's 2 for 2, baby.
I do. Absolutely. I'm on a roll here. And this one, I'd like to start off this question with a quote from Henry David Thoreau, a philosopher. And he said, what you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. Ooh. So my question I'm sorry. So my question to you guys is, what have you learned during your years as a high school athlete that is going to help you to succeed in your life? What are you taking away from it?
I've learned that things just get tough in life and sports, but you just kind of gotta go with what they put in your way and try to just find a way to get out of it, because that's just how life is. They throw obstacles at you and you just gotta fight through those, and those will ultimately you'll become a better person because of those moments in your life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sports are definitely more than just an athletic thing. I think you learn a lot, and not just about yourself, but actually a lot about yourself. Like I said, leadership, I learned a ton about, which, can be applied in classrooms or, a job later on.
Great.
And I would say your relationship with other people and the camaraderie that you have being on a team and being able to communicate properly with people and lifting each other up. I think that's important wherever you go.
All right, we got a couple of minutes left, but I'd always like to close out, especially when athletes, of your caliber. I want you to do a favor for me. You got to shout out. I love shout outs. Give me a shout out. All three of you give you some shout outs to your buddies out there.
Well, I'd just like to shout out my whole football team, just because they've been there. You see me with all these awards, but it was a team effort and stuff. So just give those a shout out. Dylan Pierce wanted to win, so he got one.
I give a shout out to my parents. Definitely helping me with all my success and getting me to where I'm at. Also about Sam Grimm and Jacob Brosnan.
And I want to give a shout out to the senior class over at Bishop, graduating in a week or so, and to all my girls on the Bishop girls basketball team. shout out to them.
Fantastic. We got a minute left. There's kids right now, and we only have a minute. So, put you guys on the spot here, but you did go to a private Catholic school. There's kids on the fence right now going to Bishop. So what's your advice real quick?
I would say go with Bishop because, you don't get an experience like Bishop anywhere else. And coming from a public school, I definitely experienced it, so I'd say go there.
I'd say the same thing. I went to public school all the way up until I was in high school. And, you actually I don't think really have the type of friendship as you would, as in junior high where maybe you had a small group of friends and later on in high school, you're friends with the whole senior class and know everybody so well.
I definitely say choose Bishop.
Woo!
Regret it.
3 Cardinals. That's loyalty right there. Laurie, Cortez, Dominique, Terri Cooper, Joan Calder, Dr. D. I'm the Queen of Teen. We love Santa Barbara. We love Santa Barbara. God bless you. See you next week. Please tune in and join us next Tuesday at KZSB AM 1290 at 9:06 a.m. when we will go behind the scenes with the local students, athletes, coaches, parents, volunteers, and all other teen sports supporters. This is all brought to you by ePro Insurance Agency, leader in gift planning and wealth preservation since 1983. So please follow along and support our student athletes by reading the Santa Barbara News Press, and then join me, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen, Dr. Dugan, my co-host, friends, teens, every week on the Santa Barbara News Press radio station.
You're the best around.